genocide. That's not okay, and that's not acceptable to me. One of the first things I intend to do when I win, and I do intend to win, I am polling ahead, we are at the end, but I am going to use my position to bring a bright light to what is happening to your family members, Amhara, in Ethiopia, the genocide. I'm going to also use my position to put in a bill to acknowledge publicly that this is occurring. And I find it sick and disgusting that that has to be done. You know, I interviewed with the Washington Post a few months ago, and I brought up what was happening in Amhara to your people in Ethiopia, and he was very familiar because he lived in New York, he lived in a community, Ethiopian community, so he knew all about that, but he did not know anything about the genocide occurring. Nothing. This is a reporter with the Washington Post, and I'm having to tell him what's happening. I don't think that's okay. I don't really like to give interviews with reporters. I think our media is biased. PBS wants to do an interview with me, and I told them to come here. They're not here. I don't see them. You're here. Good. That's what I want. I want people to realize what is happening in Ethiopia and stop turning a blind eye to it. And the more we can bring attention, the more I can use this platform to bring attention to what is happening. It is ethnic cleansing, it's genocide, and everyone in the media seems to be turning a blind eye to it. It's not okay. I've watched the videos, I've seen what's happened with machetes. They hatchet children to death. It's horrifying. We've got a war right now in Ukraine and everybody knows about it. You see one or two pictures of a child that's been maimed. Everybody knows about it. But why does no one know about what's happening in Ethiopia right now? It's sickening. And I'll tell you something else, because what you were talking about earlier with the victims are being blamed. And that's why it's so confusing. I tried to understand what was going on when I left here. I read article after article. I got my campaign involved. And we could not understand because we did not understand the history. So this great man came and spent hours with me. I took notes, and finally I started to understand what's happening and the misinformation. And for someone like myself who has no history in the culture and who was in leadership in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and what's happening, it's very hard to understand. But I understand now, and I'm talking to anybody who will listen to me. I've lived here for 30 years. I'm not going anywhere. Whether I win this seat or not, I will still be here, and I will still be helping you. I'm in the Pro Bono Hall of Fame for all the free legal work I do. It makes my husband so mad. But when I see something that's wrong, I will fight for the person. There's so many people in this community that can't afford an attorney. I will fight for your community. What's happening is wrong, and I will be a very loud, obnoxious voice for you. So please stay in touch with me. You have all my information, and don't ever clap because someone did a hashtag. That's not good enough. It's not good enough. So thank you for all your support. Many of you have been knocking on doors for me, and I appreciate it. I'm going to be here for you. So thank you.
That was incredible, wasn't it? April, thank you. for joining us. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And please also thank your leaders from Amhara Association in Nevada for really working hard to establish a connection with April Becker. Thank you.
እሺ የሚቀጥለውን